Hello again, welcome back. I've got a very special guest with me tonight. Introduce yourself, Mr. Hoppy.
Hello, I'm Dan. I'm not in a pub for a change. I've had to. I tried to quit.
Yeah, I actually thought you lived in pubs, Dan.
Well, it's cheap. The price of rent these days, Don. You know, it's got to.
That's right. Yeah, it's free heating and things like that. Wash yourself in the taps, the sink there.
Yeah, keep yourself warm. So this is a very special edition, Don. Can actually get a drink at home.
Yeah, yeah. So your channel, I'll put your channel name in. It's you can tell the punters.
It's the Hoppy, the Hoppy
name
Traveller.
Of your channel. Yeah. And why did you start up that channel, Dan?
Well, to be honest, Don, I don't think that's any of your business.
Yeah, I think, my apologies. I do think I've crossed the line a bit. I'm very sorry about that. Well, straight face, Dan. Straight face. That wasn't scripted at all. That was. So the beer we've got tonight is one that Dan sent me, and it is. That's your cue to say.
We've got a Cranborne Poacher by Badger. And I can see they're both doing some serious hard work, aren't they, Don? There's some sweat coming off mine. It is ready to be drunk.
Yeah, same here. I've had this out for what? Half an hour now. So I'll get my wee.
Oh, that's nice. I've got no gadgets.
15.9. That's it's not.
Yeah, I'm just glad I've remembered my bottle opener and a glass. That took me 3 goes.
Yeah. I've got my classic bottle opener. I've got my shaker pint glass. Because I don't know what type of glass you drink this out of.
Well, I think go for a different. I mean, this is a Kronenberg number, but it's an oversized dimpler.
Yeah, that's ideal. So this is a ruby ale coming in at 5.7%. Badger Brewery, and it's called Cranborne Poacher.
Yeah, it used to be called Poacher's Choice, but they rebranded a lot of their beers and updated it. So that's why it's got a bit of I'm not too sure what that comical.
Yeah, it's like a crow. I thought it was maybe a magpie because they steal things. But crows are tend to steal shiny things as well. And
yeah, that's true.
And it looks like a Del Boy outfit he's got on.
It's just good.
The sheepskin coat and things like that. I'll put a picture of that bottle in. So let's crack it up, Dan, and we'll see how it looks in the glass. So there's a nice crown. Where's the lens? I don't know.
A long time. The brewery's Hall and Woodhouse, based up in top end of Dorset. I don't think this beer is as old as that. I don't know if you can get it straight away on this serious fruity nose on it before you even get started.
I can smell that as it's pouring. Oh, and I've overdone it. I'm what's called in Scotland a slicer. A messy person. Although that is some serious domage there going on.
That's a perfect ball. No one can see what's going down underneath.
That is spot on, actually. Yeah. And luckily, I've got 20,000 beer mats, bar mats. So.
Is it Don's Beer Reviews merch available online?
That really comes through that smell. Just
it's pungent, isn't it? Yeah,
it's a 500ml bottle, and there's still a wee bit left in the bottom.
Yeah, I've really hard.
That's a pint glass. So I'm not that I'm complaining.
I've got a bit left. Yeah, it's ever such a smooth beer, but it does give a nice look to it.
It looks gorgeous. Let's see if I can shine the light on that. See if it picks up it. It's pretty clear.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's well named the Ruby Ale.
Yeah, the Red McGregor you did with Slurpee the other day. I thought this would come out a bit darker, but it's probably looks a bit comparable, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I watched your review of that, and you were out in the open doing that. Yeah.
I left England for you, Don. Just it didn't feel right.
It was you were on your ship. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't go very far.
So this looks absolutely beautiful. Wee bit of activity and lovely creamy head.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fruity. I think I read. I don't know if it's this beer. I've read about that many beers. But it was Damson and Liquorice.
Yes, I don't know if it goes into the brew or the mash. There's nothing on the bottle about it being an additive. And it's quite an old beer, so I'd imagine it is fruit that gets stuck in with the malt bill.
Yeah. So is that an adjunct? They actually add Damson and Liquorice.
Definitely plums, yeah. I think to get it in. I mean, it absolutely reeks of it, doesn't it?
What's that wee licorice circles you get? The wee flat discs. What is that called? I'll put that in. My memory's terrible. I'm an old man, remember that. So anyway, let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, my dear. Cheers, Dan. Thank you very much for sending this.
Oh, I've been ready for that.
Right. Very good. It's not as intense as I thought it would. It is packed full of flavour. And it's fruity. I'm getting that licorice. A tiny bit, like maybe aniseed. It's very
that's a good description for it. Yeah, it's got and like a minerally type quality.
That dark, rich stone fruit like plum or a damson, something like that. So that's what it is on the bottle. Yeah.
Like a fruit tea, isn't it? Where it's like on the nose, it smells like, oh, this is going to be a taste explosion. But when you actually sip it, it's like
very subtle. You're spot on with that. This is easy drinking. It's very smooth and creamy mouthfeel. 5.7 is hidden, I would say.
Yeah, always pick it up if I can get a chance to have a cask pint down here in Dorset. Always have it.
Yeah.
I used to go drinking with an Irish fella, and we'd have a few pints of this, and he'd be bouncing off the walls and bouncing off the tables. I always wonder what happened to Ricochet.
5.7. Although to our American cousins in the colonies, that's a low ABV to them, But when you're used to drinking, if you're drinking bitters and 4.4%, 5.7, that will soon catch up with you, if you're drinking that, a few pints of that.
Yeah, and like you say, super smooth. I mean, Americans don't know what a cask beer is. They've not tasted real beer, Don, have they? So
no. We'll have to educate them. Maybe bring some of them over. We'll have a crowdfunder. But this is an absolute beauty. We'll have a read of the bottle. I'll put my glasses on so I can hear better. Pour the remainder of that in. 5 ml. Badger. Cranborne Poacher Ruby Ale, 5.7%. Rich and fruity with damson and licorice notes. And I can't read the
rest. That's done on purpose. That's all the T's and C's, isn't it?
my arms aren't long enough. I'll put that in the description anyway.
It's a little bit on that.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. Stealing pheasants for his tea and plums.
Yeah.
Whether that actually happens, I mean, I think the Cranborne is. I did a short video out in a place called Gussage, and Cranborne's not too far from there, but you're into really small Dorset village towns.
Right, yeah. Well, you cut the accent with a knife, sort of a thing.
Yeah. I don't think you're
well, you get the cliched ooh-wah accents, the cider country. But that's not quite. It's actually, well, I've never been, but it seems like to be a beautiful part of the world. I was Googling earlier about the Durdle door, that archway. And
that is magic.
The Jurassic Coast. It looks absolutely fantastic, And you get fairly good weather doing that way as well.
Not today, but sometimes
the English Riviera.
Yeah. And all that summer, just got to make sure you come fully prepared. Aquariums.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Good.
Prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Yes.
No such thing as bad weather, just inadequate clothing.
But you can.
So,
A lot of places.
all in all, this is an absolute beauty. I would love to try this on cask, as you say. I don't think you'll see it in Dunbar, though, on cask. I could always ask them. I could always ask the local pub. Say, can you get a hold of that? You never know.
I don't know what the odd CO2 miles would be like coming all the way from the bottom of the country. But
that's right. Yeah, I don't know what that is. 400 miles, 500 miles.
Yeah, 4 bottles for £7 in Waitrose, like £1.75 for that. Just
that is a bargain.
I don't think you can homebrew it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get Rob. We'll try and get Rob the recipe. He's a fantastic brewer. I don't know how he does it.
He likes to keep holding his plums up with the Don.
That's it. Yeah. Well, you can hold these plums. That's right. Okay. So thank you very much for sending us, Dan. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining me. Always a pleasure to see you. I love your channel, by the way. We'll get you up to 100 viewers, subscribers soon.
100 views. That's what I need to. Give us 100 views.
100 views. I don't think anybody gets 100 views. You know.
Specialised in niche content.
Yeah, I mean, I'm niche even in the brew tubers world. I class myself as the BBC Four of beer tubers.
Yeah.
Whereas you're BBC Four as well. Maybe a wee bit BBC Two. No, I'm BBC Four. And then you get some beer reviewers are like Channel 5 or ITV1. You know, it's like slowest common denominator. Not that I'm a snob or an elitist, you know. There's niche within a niche. Yeah.
You're a secret GB News watcher, Don. I reckon.
So, thank you very much, Dan. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, folks, if you want. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers, my dears. An absolute beautiful beer.